Hello friends and welcome back. Okay, in the last tutorial we saw the increment operator where we're able to add 1 to a number by using the plus plus signs or the increment operator. In this tutorial we're going to learn about the decrement operator. Minus minus is how you use that. So what is the decrement operator? Well, basically the decrement operator is a way in which you can use shorthand notation to subtract 1 from a number. So let's hypothetically assume we're 18 years of age. Our friend has gotten us a job working in their parents' restaurant. Maybe, we're a burger restaurant somewhere in Texas or California. And assuming we're getting paid, we'll say 500 US dollars a week, right? So we do our first week in work and we get paid. Congratulations. So we say, let's say bank balance. So let's say bank balance. You can just do balance as well if you prefer. So let's say let balance equal 500, okay? So we've just been paid 500 US dollars. I know you believe me that balance is 500, so if we just console.log out bank balance, and then let's just type out balance there. So all we're doing is logging out to the console this text, that string of bank balance, and then 500. So let's just save and refresh. We get bank balance is now 500. Okay, awesome. Now, let's assume we go out for coffee with a friend and we buy a can of Coca-Cola and it only costs $1. We want to reduce our bank balance by 1. Well, what we can do is we can say balance, if I can spell balance correctly, balance, our bank balance, is equal to balance, i.e. itself, so 500 is equal to 500 minus 1. And now if we log out our new balance, if I say console.log new balance, what are we going to get? Well, what we should get is 499. So let's save and refresh. And now our new balance is 499. It's gone down because we bought a can of Coca-Cola. Now, similar to the increment operator, there's shorthand notation, and that is what brings us to the decrement operator in this tutorial. So all we need to do, instead of saying balance is equal to balance minus 1, we can just say balance minus minus. And that's going to work for us. So balance minus minus using the decrement operator, that is shorthand notation. Look at how much shorter that is compared to this there, that line of code there, okay? And to prove this still works, let me just console.log out new balance again. So let's say new balance again. This should now get 498. Let's save and refresh. And we get our new balance again is 498. We like cans of Coca-Cola, so we're after spending $2 of our hard-earned cash, and we've reduced our bank balance by $2 in total. So guys, that is the decrement operator in JavaScript, where whatever variable it is, you want to subtract 1 from it. You don't need to say, the variable name is equal to the variable name minus 1. You can do that if you like, if you want to make your code quite easy to read, but using the decrement operator is shorthand notation. So here is where we have used the decrement operator for the first time in this course to take 1 away from our variable called balance. And by the way, both the increment operator and the decrement operator are very useful when working with loops. So for example, say hypothetically you want to make a guessing game where, a user has to guess maybe a number between 1 and 10, but you're only going to give them a few guesses. What you'd want to do is, if they keep guessing wrong, take 1 away from their guesses each time. But we can talk about making a guessing game later on in the course. Key takeaway from this tutorial is we've now been introduced to the decrement operator, how we can take 1 away from a variable using minus minus, i.e. the decrement operator. Guys, that's awesome. I'll see you in the next tutorial.